So you're a project manager?
Yeah, I manage projects.
Cool. I need help with a small website project.
Stop. Don't say small. That word gives me trauma.
Okay, I need a website with a contact form.
Let me guess, just a contact form?
Yeah, just.
And there it is. Every time someone says just, 3 days of work turns into 3 weeks.
It's literally just a contact form.
No, of course. It's a contact form that'll need, CM integration, auto replies, mobile optimization, spam filters, GDPR compliance, and somehow connect to your boss's nephew's WordPress site from 2015, right?
I don't have a boss's nephew.
You will. They always appear around week 2.
How long will this take?
When do you need it?
End of month?
Okay, so realistically, Q2 next year?
That's 6 months away.
Yeah, but you'll change the requirements about 4 times. We'll have 6 stakeholders who all want different things. And Dave from engineering will spend 3 days arguing about, which JavaScript framework to use.
Who's Dave?
Every team has a Dave. Sometimes they're called Mike. The point is, they have opinions about everything.
Can't you just manage them?
I do, but that's what the meetings are for. You see that background right there? Yeah. That's Monday sprint planning for about 2 hours, team sync, stakeholder meeting, Tuesday daily stand-up. That somehow takes also 45 minutes.
Why does a daily stand-up take 45 minutes?
Because I always ask, is there any blockers? And someone always starts telling a story about, their weekend. Last week, Dave talked about his cycling for about 12 minutes.
When do you actually do work?
Bold of you to assume that meetings aren't work. I spend half my day explaining, why we can't hit impossible deadlines, and the other half explaining why, we miss them.
Honestly, that sounds terrible.
Oh, it is. But I'm excellent at writing passive-aggressive Slack messages and emails. For example, per my last message, just circling back, or even, wanted to touch base. Basically, corporate poetry.
Those are actually just corporate phrases?
No, they're art. When you're trying to not scream inside.
How much will this cost?
Depends. What's your budget?
Well, I would say about 10,000.
Great. It'll cost, about 15 and it'll take twice as long.
Why?
Scope creep. Week 1, it's a contact form. Week 2, someone, wants a chatbot. And week 3, everyone wants it to feel more premium. And by week 4, the CEO, already found some other website. And now we're going to redesign everything new.
Can't you just say no?
Say no? I tried that once. Got a calendar invite for a quick chat about, being a team player. It was not quick, and it was not a chat.
What do you actually do all day?
Basically just updating Jira tickets all day, 40 tickets that say, in progress, but nobody touches them in 3 weeks. 5 tickets marked as done, but they definitely aren't done. And 1 ticket that just says, urgent with no other information.
Who made those tickets?
Usually management, always management. It's urgent, it's critical, it's blocking everything, but nobody can explain what it is.
This seems very chaotic.
Oh, it is. That's why we do retrospectives every 2 weeks.
What is a retrospective?
It's where we all sit around and talk about, what went wrong. And then we make a list of improvements we'll definitely implement, but then we forget about them and then do the exact same thing next week.
That's the system?
That's agile, baby. We fail fast and we fail often.
Why do you even do this job?
I ask myself that, every day, but usually around 3 p.m. after, my 5th meeting, I forget about it.
There has to be something good about it.
There is, when we finally launch something, everyone's excited, for about 10 seconds. Then somebody asks, what's next? And the whole cycle starts again.
That's the good part?
That's the only part. Well, that and the feeling, when you move a ticket to done and it stays there for more than an hour.
How often does that happen?
Twice, actually, in my whole career.
I think I'll just handle this myself. Thanks.
That's okay. You'll be back. Usually by day 3, you're going to realize you need a timeline. And then by day 5, you're going to ask, can I get a risk plan? And by day 7, someone will ask you for a quick change, and you'll understand why I look like this.
What's wrong with your face?
I haven't slept properly since 2019. I dream in Gantt charts. My eye, twitches every time someone says synergy.
I should really go, okay?
Wait. Did you hear about, our definition of done? Sprint velocity, maybe even burn down charts?
Okay, I think I'm good.
Put it in Jira. Okay, so we got 3 meetings until lunch, 4 meetings after lunch, 1 meeting at 5 p.m. about why we're behind on schedule. Living the dream.